that NBA star Kobe Bryant was on board that
The
helicopter.
LA Times is reporting that retired Los Angeles Lakers basketball star Kobe Bryant
est mort dans un tragique accident d'hélicoptère avec 9 autres
El
personnes.
siniestro ocurrió antes de las 10 de la mañana en Calabasas, a unas 40 millas de Los Ángeles.
Es un momento muy difícil, la verdad. Una pérdida muy grande. Pero me emociona ver y me alegra, en cierto sentido, ver la reacción, ¿no? Y el impacto que ha tenido en el mundo. Mucho más allá del deporte, del baloncesto. Entablamos una relación muy cercana, de respeto, de admiración. Hablábamos algo de español en la pista para que nuestros rivales no entendieran lo que decíamos. Fue una relación maravillosa, ¿no? Dentro de la pista, sobre todo primero, y luego poco a poco también pues fuera de ella también. Y bueno, pues sin duda es lo más cercano que he tenido a un hermano mayor. Él era un gran cerebro, ¿no? Un gran estudiante del juego. Y bueno, pues quería que todo el mundo y sus compañeros tuvieran ese mismo nivel de exigencia. Y sabía que esa era una de las claves para ganar, que era últimamente lo que él quería, ¿no? Ganar campeonatos, ser el mejor, no dejar pasar oportunidades, aprovechar lo que él decía, que el talento que le había dado Dios.
Es mi hermano, será siempre mi hermano.
No sé si podré volver a jugar, pero la mentalidad que él tiene o que él ha tenido y él ha mostrado y nos ha transmitido a tantos, es una mentalidad que yo también creo que aplico a mi nivel, de intentar aprovechar oportunidades, de marcarme retos, de ir a por ellos, de prepararme, de crear un equipo que me ayude a la consecución de esos retos, de afrontarlos con ilusión, con perseverancia, con todo, ¿no? Y él también me diría que no es momento de llorar, sino de poner, como dice él, un pie delante del otro y seguir caminando y con una sonrisa y a disfrutar de la vida, que es muy corta, ¿no? Y así lo demuestra esta tragedia, ¿no? Así que bueno, espero que entienda también que no es fácil. Me decía, yo te mandaré a mis hijas y tú les enseñas pues temas de cultura, de sensibilidad, de cosas. Y tú me mandas a tus hijos y yo les enseñaré a ser duros y a pelear y a trabajar y ir a por todas, ¿no? Pues intentaré estar ahí para sus hijas. La mayor, Natalia, que ya es pues, casi una mujer. Y sus dos niñas pequeñas que prácticamente no la han conocido, ¿no? Así que poco más, ¿no? Es un momento complicado de asumir, de digerir, de aceptar.
No es habitual en la NBA entre dos estrellas, incluso que han sido compañeros varios años, no es habitual llegar a ese grado de complicidad, ¿no?
Him and Kobe's relationship, I thought, grew each season. I think what Kobe really liked about Pau is his work ethic and how much he put into the game towards the end, you could see they were on equal plane.
To be on the level with Kobe, where this, you know, you talk about Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, it's Kobe and Pau.
La única manera de entrar en la vida de Kobe Bryant en ese momento, sin ser de su familia directa, es un reconocimiento por parte de Kobe de la figura y de la trascendencia del otro. Y Pau se lo ganó, claramente.
Pau and his wife, they flew back to the States because they just wanted to be there for Vanessa and the girls. And they needed to be there for their friend.
Bye-bye house. Maybe for 1 week, maybe 1 month,
Maybe more.
maybe 2 months.
Maybe. We'll see.
It was hard. It was really hard, and it's just evil, you know? You don't think that could happen, especially to a little girl whose future was so bright.
Pero podemos ir, voy en muletas, sí, me gusta hacer un poquito de ejercicio.
You want a yogurt? Yogurt or what?
Yogurt.
Coffee? Tea? Me? California. Jordi, we're gonna wear masks.
Did you bring it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ahora sí.
Cojo yo la muleta, ¿vale?
Venga.
Si puedo con ella, claro.
Ligeras, son altas pero ligeras.
Welcome to NBA All-Star 2020. We have to acknowledge the losses that our NBA family have endured this year. The passing of NBA Commissioner David Stern and the tragical accident that resulted on the loss of my dear friend and former teammate Kobe Bryant, along with his beautiful daughter Gigi, and the 7 other victims. These next few days are a living tribute to their legacies. I know that my older brother Kobe used to say, do epic things always. So let's have an epic weekend in their honor. Thank you.
Pau Gasol, the Lakers hope, is a season-changing move. Memphis franchise leader headed west, as the Lakers are headed south without their latest big man, Andrew Bynum.
Me acuerdo perfectamente ese día porque yo estaba trabajando en el hospital de St. Jude y recibo una llamada de Pau y me dice, me han dicho esto. Evidentemente me quedo en shock.
Kobe era consciente de la necesidad y no iba la necesidad que él tenía y que el equipo tenía de Pau. Después de todos los años de problemas que ya acumulaban, digamos, 3-4 años de sequía competitiva, el Lakers buscaba pues un nuevo socio para mejorar el nivel del equipo.
We got a great bench. We have a lot of length, a lot of versatility. Now it's time to walk the walk.
The part about this trade that I don't think anybody knew is that Kobe and Pau had met up in Barcelona the summer before. Kobe was on vacation with his family, and Pau just happened to be working out at that hotel gym where Kobe's family was staying.
Estábamos en el Hotel Juan Carlos I, que era el lugar de entrenamiento que teníamos en Barcelona, y allí pues entrenábamos con mucha tranquilidad, y de vez en cuando, pues cuando aparecía una chica de buen ver, yo decía, acaba de entrar una Michael Jordan considerable, ¿eh? Y entonces él estaba haciendo una serie de pectoral y le digo yo, Pau, Kobe Bryant. Y dice él, chica, rubia o morena. Le digo, Kobe Bryant. Pepi, estás chocho, tío, te estoy preguntando. Y le digo yo, Kobe Bryant, coño, Kobe Bryant, que está entrando por la puerta. ¿Pero qué dices? Termina y al terminar se acerca Kobe, muy educado, me pide permiso, pues si podía hablar con Pau. Y yo le dije, hombre, por supuesto, cómo no, claro, Pau, venga, espabila. hostia, da la vuelta y, hostia, Kobe Bryant.
And they start talking. They know each other from playing internationally, from playing in the Olympics together. And they basically just have a meeting in the minds where they say, you know, you're unhappy and I'm unhappy, and we both need help. Our games would really work well together.
Yo estoy convencido que tras esa conversación, él se dio cuenta de la dimensión de Pau a nivel humano y yo creo que de ahí vino un poco el origen del fichaje de los Lakers, porque estas cosas no son casualidades.
Él me dijo claramente, sin especular, me dijo que iba a volver a ser All-Star en Lakers, que iba a mantener su cuota reboteadora en Lakers y sus números. Y bueno, yo me quedé impresionado con esa seguridad con la que hablaba.
I like to think that going to LA took him to another level. I thought at Memphis he capped out, and I thought that they didn't put the necessary pieces around him.
It was the kind of trade that you knew was going to be impactful, but I don't think any of us realized how quickly Pau Gasol would join the Lakers and have an immediate impact.
I'm glad he was on our side because he just became, you know, one of the world's greatest players, like, in an instant.
I landed and I arrived very late, but Kobe texted me and told me that, you know, whenever you get to the hotel, to your room, please let me know. I want to come see you. You know, we embrace each other, tells me welcome. I'm very excited that you're here, part of our team, but now it's time to win a championship.
Phil Jackson does not trade for players in the middle of the season because he runs the triangle offense. And it takes a really long time for most players to learn the offense and how to be successful in it. Pau did not even need an explanation.
Pau Gasol, why do you think you were so effective in your very first game with the Lakers?
I don't know, I just went out there and played, you know, and I let my teammates guide me a little bit through the offense. I just wanted to play and play well and help the team win.
Anything surprise you about your new team?
Oh, no, well, a little bit, you know, because they're all such good players that it feels it's just easy, it just comes out natural.
When you look at
sí, me gusta.
The way he passed the ball, the plays that he could see, the things that he could read, that may have been the best basketball that I had experienced in quite some time.
To climb the mountain, no one's going to be able to do it by themselves. I think our brother Kobe Bryant probably was the big example of that.
Pau aprendió mucho de Kobe, sobre todo la ética de trabajo, la manera de trabajar.
Kobe Bryant era una persona súper profesional, ¿no? Y yo creo que en ese aspecto también Pau ha cambiado muchísimos hábitos de los que tenía.
Nada más llegar a Los Ángeles dijo, tú no puedes ir donde vives al pabellón a jugar en tu propio coche conduciendo porque vas a llegar cansado. O sea, tienes que contratar a un chofer que te lleve. Y ese tipo de cosas, le recomiendo cosas de alimentación, cuidados del cuerpo. Bueno, yo creo que he sido más que un referente para él.
Kobe was invested in Pau's success because it helped them to each achieve something that without the other wasn't really going to be possible.
Immediately you saw that connection between Kobe and Pau. Pau has so many tools offensively that Kobe obviously saw that right away and saw it as an asset that could help him, you know, accomplish his goal, which was to win rings.
When Pau came to the Lakers and joined us in 2008, I kind of knew that he would be that push that we were going to need to at least play for the championship.
Volvieron a construir un equipo ganador y un equipo que les dio, yo diría que 3 años y medio fantásticos de máximo nivel.
Rondo comes to the backside, hacks the ball away and has the steal. Rondo racing, Kobe back defensively, so Rondo shovels out to the wing, open Ray Allen 3.
I thought it was an interesting year because the Celtics and the Lakers hadn't been mentioned in a sentence in a very long time. Both of the franchises had really been struggling for quite a while.
Kobe Bryant, back to his left hand, Posey slows him down, Pierce pounces on a loose ball, has the steal.
We were so accustomed to playing in the Western Conference and the style of play and the versatility and the ball flying around, and we ran up against a team that was like physically just gonna like beat us up. And we didn't know how to collectively like figure that out.
Physically, I thought we beat them. We beat them in basketball, but we beat them physically.
I don't think they were better. I think they might have just been bigger. And we lost like on the offensive glass, lost some games in the trenches.
Celtics with the ball down by 2. Pierce loops an entry, caught by Garnett. Man fell down. Pau Gasol. And Garnett.
Phil Jackson, sobre todo, creía mucho en los procesos, en las dinámicas, y yo creo que les pilló demasiado pronto, ¿no? En relación a la llegada de Pau, que llegó el 1 de febrero del 2008, estamos hablando de que la final fue en junio, ¿no? Y es verdad que el equipo rival era muy fuerte.
The combination of him and Cole, him and Bynum coming together, and that whole synergy, I actually thought they should have won more championships, but you know, it was a Celtics team out there somewhere.
After a 22-year absence, the Boston Celtics are NBA champions once again.
Al final, esa decepción les llevó a construir mucho mejor para las 2 siguientes temporadas.
Odom, nice reverse play, Lamar Odom, and a chance for Los Angeles. Kobe Bryant and the finish.
En esa final, Lakers era favorito, jugaban contra Orlando Magic.
Hopefully we all did a better job, but I just think it was more clear, like, no, it's Kobe and Pau, and then the rest of us, like, complement and supplement that.
Gasol right there for the finish. What a difference he's made.
How he matched the physicality of Dwight in a way that I don't think anybody anticipated or expected.
Pau estuvo magnífico contra Dwight Howard en muchos duelos directos, era el pívot dominante de la NBA en aquellos años, y Pau Gasol aguantó en defensa, en rebote de manera espectacular, y luego, pues como siempre, ¿no? Pau daba muchas opciones en ataque.
It was, you know, finesse against brute strength. Pau is a lot to handle for a lot of these power forwards or centers. He's too big for most power forwards and too quick for most centers, and he's highly skilled. You know, that's really too much for Dwight Howard.
What seemed like was going to be like an advantage for Orlando, there was no advantage, really. Like, Pau was the better player. Orlando had no chance of winning that series unless Dwight Howard won that matchup every night.
Another steal. Odom to Gasol. Back to Odom. Up and under and banks it in. The Lakers are NBA champions once again.
This team is going to be around, and they're going to have to be dealt with for years to come.
Fue un partido muy difícil, porque yo creo que en ese momento a Boston le interesaba más embarrar, entre comillas, el partido, porque pensaban que tenían más oportunidad.
The emotional swings and the volatility of that series was just crazy.
Pau Gasol to the basket. Blocked. Right foot underneath.
In 2010, the script changed, and I thought Pau was very instrumental. You can see the difference between the way he approached Kevin Garnett in 2008 and the way he went at Kevin Garnett in 2010 was completely different.
Lakers se demostró como un equipo capaz de ganar sufriendo, trabajando.
Like in 08, you start to spread and fracture when things start going badly. Whereas in 2010, we had built the type of connection that kept us together.
Kicks it out to Odom. Odom throws it ahead. The Lakers repeat back-to-back titles. The LA Lakers, the 2010 NBA champions.
We're going to see the kids a little bit.
Pau no solamente es un jugador, sino que también tiene un proyecto social detrás muy impresionante.
So tall. Where's the net? Where's the net? What happened to the net?
Está, digamos, el proyecto de la fundación, que cada vez crece más, ¿no? Y tenemos más proyectos en activo, tanto en España como en Estados Unidos. Y básicamente la fundación pues, va cogiendo ese posicionamiento en la lucha contra la obesidad infantil.
I'm too small, you're too small. No.
Desde el momento que Pau fue cortado por los Portland, sí que nos pide que él pueda centrarse en lo que es su recuperación y su rehabilitación. Entonces nosotros sí que intentamos poner una distancia para que él pueda tener ese foco que al final se merece, ¿no? Porque, digamos, él es jugador profesional del baloncesto y su principal objetivo es poder llegar al objetivo que se ha planteado, que es a los Juegos Olímpicos de Tokio.
There you go, that's my girl. Behave, okay? Be well. See you later.
Yo creo que ha llegado el momento donde ya tenemos un poco más de información de cuáles serán los próximos pasos y lo que queremos es hacer una acción con medios que llegue a todos de forma igual.
Para mí los Juegos Olímpicos han significado siempre mucho. Yo creo que al final engloba todo el movimiento deportivo a nivel mundial y creo que al final el Comité Olímpico tiene un potencial de impacto muy alto y muy elevado, ¿no? Así que habrá que ver en Tokio si los atletas me escogen como uno de esos 4 representantes. Pero también es verdad que ahora que hemos llegado al punto de decidir si sí, si no, para adelante, para atrás, he decidido centrarme plenamente en mi recuperación, para que nada realmente interfiera en las posibilidades de poder llegar a Tokio y poder estar con el equipo nacional y bueno, un poco no agrandar más la lista de responsabilidades y ocupaciones que tengo ahora e intentar pues darle la más calma posible y dejar que esto vaya bien.
Pau es una persona que ama absolutamente lo que hace, tiene una pasión especial por el baloncesto y entonces necesita ponerse ese objetivo para poder plantearse, ¿no?, la posibilidad de poder disputar estos juegos.
Boys and Girls Club. Hey, go Kitty, go, go.
Por muy arriba que hayas estado, mucho éxito que hayas tenido de una determinada manera, todo tiene una cierta caducidad y por eso hay que disfrutar el momento, las etapas, como pues, sin saber cuándo acabarán, ¿no?
Madison, I never been in the States, I never been in New York. Yeah, all is very, very great for me. All is marvelous, you know.
Fuimos a una de las mejores tiendas de Nueva York a comprarle su traje, muy bonito, su corbata, su camisa y sus zapatos. O sea, era como un día muy especial. Y se convirtió en un gran día.
With the 3rd pick in the 2001 draft, the Atlanta Hawks select Pau Gasol from FC Barcelona, Spain.
Tercero, número 3 del draft, primer europeo en ser elegido el número 3. ¿Qué más quieres, Baldomero? Lo habían elegido los Atlanta Hawks. Nosotros no sabíamos ni quién jugaba en los Atlanta Hawks, ni dónde estaba Atlanta.
Sitting with your mother, Marisa. She's a doctor, very smart woman. What do you tell her about what's going on right now?
I'm very happy and wish the best to all my family, to all my friends, to all the people who trust in me.
Sí que fue una sorpresa para todos que saliera tan alto en el draft, Pau. Yo creo que también para él.
I had never heard of Pau Gasol before he was drafted. I was probably one of those people who called him Paul.
Canal Plus, que tenía los derechos de la NBA y tenía los derechos del draft, no ofreció esa ceremonia en directo. No se esperaba que fuera a ser una elección tan importante la de Pau Gasol, ¿no? Pilló de sorpresa a todo el mundo.
You'll love Gasol. Lots of heart. He said an overachiever, not afraid to mix it up, and he's only going to get better.
Luego, de golpe, dicen que lo cambian a los Grizzlies. Pues qué bien.
Yo no lo entendí muy bien aquello. A mí me pareció un poco surrealista. Digo, bueno, es que en un momento se puso una gorra y luego a cabo de unos minutos se pusiera otra gorra. Digo, bueno, pues por algo será.
We drafted Pau because we had previously made a deal with Memphis. So Billy was the one that really made the choice. So he deserves the credit for picking Pau.
And I was impressed by his skill level. When you have a 7-foot player like Pau,
And he has this amount of skill that Pau has. I was really impressed. That was the first thing that catches a scout's eyes.
The reason we did it was that our franchise we had torn apart. We were trying to rebuild it again, and we needed instant relief and help. And they had a player named Sharif Abdul-Rahim, who we had strong interest in, and that's what started the conversation with Billy.
The owner of the Memphis Grizzlies at the time felt like he wanted to lower the payroll. So that was a big trade because Sharif had a big contract, and that was a big thing to do at that time because the rookies have a structured salary.
I called Billy, nothing to do with Pau, but it was about Sharif. How do we acquire Sharif?
You look back now, and it's probably one of the worst 5 trades in Atlanta Hawks history.
Mistake or not mistake, I mean, if you look at the length of time Pau played versus the length of time that Sharif played, yeah, it's better with Pau.
What's this all mean to you?
Oof, I don't know, man. I'm really, really excited. It is the best day in my life, you know, and that's really, really great for me, you know.
Phil Jackson loved Pau Gasol, loved the fact that Pau was so intelligent. Phil's not your average NBA coach, but Pau Gasol is not your average NBA player.
Phil's greatest gift was helping players recognize the level of ownership and accountability for everything that's happening in your life.
Es un tío que va más allá del juego, que trabaja mucho la mente, es muy líder, un poco espiritual.
Gracias a esas teorías de Phil Jackson, Pau pudo romper con algunos tópicos negativos que había sobre Pau.
Hey, how are you?
Good, and you?
Good. Good to see you.
Good to see you. How you doing?
Healing.
Well, you're newlywed.
That's right.
It's different, though, isn't it? Being married than...
It is. It is. It's been nice. It's been better than expected.
Yeah, it's not easy to go through when you're not playing, and playing becomes like your livelihood.
And it's been quite a difficult year because we went from San Antonio to Milwaukee to free agency to signing with Portland to fracturing again to now not being in Portland anymore. Now to start seeing all these doctors in different parts of the world, then getting surgery again, then being back on crutches, on a scooter. It's been difficult. And now we've been here for a few weeks. You know, a lot of people ask us, where do you guys live? I was like, well, we're here now.
From a suitcase.
Next week, not so sure. So that's difficult for us and for her, especially because she's kind of just following me around in a way.
Tell her this.
Right.
My ex-wife and mother of my 4 kids, or 4 of my 5 kids, used to say, yeah, we've been a basketball family. I've moved 15 times.
Well, that's it. We moved 5 times, 4 times in a year. So hopefully we'll find some stability, and that's kind of what we are looking for. I'm 39, and I'm still with the same desire of playing and trying to heal for the Olympics and potentially playing another year.
You know, it became a personal thing. And my injury, when I had a back injury, was a time when I couldn't play anymore. I had to sit out a whole season.
Yeah.
A very difficult time. And I had to figure out some things about how do I dissipate all this energy?
Right.
And can I focus it and can I bring it to a point of whatever? So I started being more of a seeker, you might say at that time, and gravitated till I found kind of a way in which I could meditate.
You were very different in a way from many of all the other coaches, incorporating meditation. When I got to the Lakers and I first joined the team, we used to do quite a bit of meditation,
right.
And you were leading the sessions. For many, even for me, it was my first exposure to meditation. So I think that that was a very interesting piece of connectedness, as you say.
How do you teach of being focused in this game of basketball when there's so many external stimulations going on all the time?
I think that's
And
huge.
so that really became like what I thought was a good focus. The idea of giving books to players came to me because we started going on these long road trips, and it was like, okay.
And you also trying to give the book kind of related to the player.
Oh, yeah.
And it was very interesting to go around and see, okay, so let's see what books did he give to the different guys, right? And why, remember your first book that you gave me was Hemingway's, I think, For Whom the Bell Tolls, in Spanish. And you gave it to me in Spanish because you got a kick out of it. Because like, maybe, which was very you know?
Yeah, I'll give you one clue. Dennis Rodman. I gave him a picture book on motorcycles.
And he loved it.
Yes.
Right?
That's right up Dennis's alley.
There you go. If you were me, and you're 39, you're about to turn 40 in the summer, would you say, you know what, I had a great career, let's just try to enjoy the Olympics, try to enjoy this last ride, and then go into the next stage? Or would you say, you know what, the next stage will come later, let me push a little bit longer and enjoy my playing time a little longer?
If you had a chance to win in the Olympics, which your team does, that's a goal that I think you should probably pursue if your body's healthy enough to do that.
Right.
As far as the grind of an 82-game season in the future, if you played 2021 year, next year, you're taking risks. I think you're risking something. You're in a position where you might want to start a family. I mean, you know,
I do.
A lot of things have to go into that, but I mean, you know, you want to start a family. So, you know, that's a move that really looks great. And, you know, as you look out over the years and raising a family and having this lifestyle that you want to have, it's best, I think, to pursue the best option that you possibly can have in that direction, towards you can fulfill those various things that you want to have for your life in the future. You know, we take risks playing basketball. You have to throw your body into it.
Absolutely.
So you've gotten a lot of distance out of your body.
I do, a lot of miles. A lot of miles on these wheels, and that's why, you know, stuff starts to break and fall apart. So I appreciate it. Thank you, Phil.
Oh, it's good to have you here.
Same.
Nice to see you,
Always
pal.
great to see you, and I look forward to see you more. One day I got to come up to visit Montana.
I'll hold you to it.
Seriously.